Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So for today's kind of sketch with me session, or whatever I'm going to title this video, I'm going to treat it a little bit differently. So basically I was planning on doing a Danheng or Imbibitor Lunae or Imbibitor Lunae, however you pronounce it, kind of drawing for today's, I don't know, like timing wise it would be close to around when his banner is released. So good luck to anyone who is summoning for his banner, or if you're saving for the, I think it's Fushan, the next character. Either way, good luck with your summonings in Honkai Star Rail. But I was planning to do a drawing like I said. Instead, I feel like I want to take my time and kind of flesh out a little bit more planning, or spend a little bit more time thinking of kind of like the composition for the piece, or like the theme or whatever I want for that illustration. So for today, I'm going to do a little bit more of like brain dumping and doing kind of more looser sketches, or however I'm feeling. Maybe they're loose, maybe they're not. And I thought I'll do it all in real time with, I guess, like me talking alongside, and you guys can just, you know, draw along with me while I kind of like brain dump and maybe like word vomit some of my thoughts, or just like general stuff happening. And I want to set a timer for an hour. So basically what I'm going to do is that I'm going to leave pretty much the majority of this video probably uncut. I'll put a timer in the bottom, I guess right hand corner, somewhere around here, with a timer either counting up or counting down, so you guys can have a frame of reference. I'm going to keep the timer on my phone for myself, but I'm going to leave the drawing or sketching portion unedited, so you guys can basically draw along with me in real time. And yeah, we can just kind of be like sketching buddies for today. And if you guys enjoy this kind of format, do let me know. I haven't done like a real talking video like this without voiceover for a little bit, but I feel like this might be a little bit more comfortable, similar to like streaming. I'm going to keep the voice commentary to a minimum because I'm giving myself an hour to basically draw. Maybe 8.5 by 11. I might go vertical this time, so I'm just gonna get set up. You can also just go ahead and get set up, grab any materials you want. Feel free to pause the video if you want to get like, you know, traditional mediums, your digital setup, whatever you want already. And I'm gonna get the timer pretty much started soon. I do have my Pinterest open just because I usually like having some kind of a mood board or something like that. Yeah, I like to usually have references up of some sort when I'm planning out a composition like this. So in my brain, I do have a general idea of what I want, but I like having references to supplement kind of those gaps in my ideas, or the gaps in my brain that I need a little bit more structure. I'm gonna use Pinterest on the side to basically supplement. So if I'm scrolling or taking time to do that, that's basically what I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, I think we can pretty much just get started. Like I said, I'm gonna be kind of like brain dumping. I might be just doodling mindlessly or sketching. So I'm basically just gonna be sketching and brain dumping. So I don't know if any of these are actually going to contribute a whole lot to the final piece that I want to do probably for Saturday's video. We'll see how efficient I get at planning this piece out. But yeah, today's just like no pressure. I'm just gonna doodle, try my best to draw Danheng to the best of my ability, and just try to figure stuff out. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna pray and hope that my recording program that records this is gonna record properly for an entire hour without me pausing, because I want to keep this kind of drawing timer as accurate as possible. So I have my timer right here, and hopefully I can sync it up properly. So let's go ahead and get an hour out of the way starting now. So here we go, just a good old countdown. So for me, I usually think that an hour can feel like a very long time to some people. It might feel too long for sometimes like a certain sketch, or if you're doing like multiple sketches, or you're planning to do like, how to explain? I don't know, like what I'm going to be doing, an hour might feel like a very short amount of time. So I feel like go at your own pace, figure out what kind of layout or any preferences you have that works for you so that you don't feel too stressed out during the whole entire 1 hour. Also, you don't have to draw during the entire hour like I am. Take breaks, or pause the video, come back, whatever you want to do. Because I'm already low-key blanking right now. I have thoughts of stuff that I kind of want to draw for the most part. But I feel like I just need to get a feel of drawing down her. I also feel like I'm losing circulation in my hand. Maybe today was a bad idea of doing this. So for sketching for today, hopefully it's not going to be too hard for you guys to see. I'm going to be using the 6B pencil, just because I don't really want to feel the need to keep things too polished if I use like my normal sketching brush. So hopefully this works out. I don't know why I'm losing circulation. Just like the nature of usually when I draw and I'm like trying to talk or not talking, in general, I feel like I'm a fairly quiet person. So if there's a lot of places where it feels like I'm not talking a lot or there's a lot of silences, that might be the reason why. But hopefully it's like a little bit of a more comfortable silence. I feel like I always never like how I draw profiles. So in terms of drawing for today, I haven't done any, so I might feel a little bit rusty, which is why I'm doing this simple sketch at the moment. So I'm kind of treating this as like a very I don't know, like a piece that I feel like I want to use as just breaking me into drawing. Now you guys are gonna see all the words I fumble with whenever I talk. I feel like it's very evident when I do voiceovers, but I don't know, talking while drawing, sometimes I can't do it. I think it's also because I feel a little bit of pressure from not being able to edit out a lot of my pauses or a lot of like the gaps, whether I'm erasing or thinking for too long. But maybe it'll give you guys a general idea of like how long it usually takes me to sketch something out, or I guess like maybe the start to finish videos are a better representation of that, because I don't cut anything other than just like the weird sounds. I don't know how much you can get from just watching me sketch like this, because even right now, I'm not really liking this. Oh, in terms of the song that I'm listening to right now, because I feel like a song heavily affects my mood depending on whether or not I'm ignoring what I'm listening to, as kind of like treating it more like white noise, or if I'm using it because I feel like a certain type of way, so it helps feel that same emotion, or I'm trying to deter like a specific emotion kind of thing. So right now I'm listening to 17's Kidult, and maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should listen to something a little bit more cheerier. But I love this song so much. It's definitely like maybe one of my top 5 for 17 songs. I definitely love it a lot. I feel like I am losing circulation in my arm. But I hope you guys have all blessed rolls in Honkai. Star Rail specifically. Maybe I'm not feeling this brush. Maybe I should have sketched with like the normal brush that I usually use. It's okay, we can figure it out, I guess. But if you guys are deciding to draw along with me, do let me know what you're working on. I always find that it's kind of cute that a lot of you guys find similar people who draw similar like fandoms or have similar interests. You guys can find each other in the comments and stuff. I always think that's very cute. Because I feel like a lot of you guys like similar series, if anything. So kind of get this sketch out of the way. I'm not feeling this one too much. But like I said, I'm gonna try to brain dump a little bit. Starting probably now. I feel like I just needed to get something out of the way for now. Okay, so I know I have some saved images somewhere of stuff. I was mostly looking at clothing that I could draw for Akemi, so I don't know if any of these are gonna be very much viable options. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to pull up the other reference of his other form. Because I do have this particular idea, but I don't know how well I can execute it if I do end up drawing it. I think it's also because usually when I draw back poses like this, I'm a little bit weak in terms of portraying it accurately so that it doesn't look like their entire neck and face is just like entirely broken. So time-wise, about 10 minutes. Nope, not 10 minutes. Can I count? Has it been 10 minutes? Around 10-ish minutes have passed. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's actually almost, well, it's like 1:30 in the morning for me right now. But I kind of want to do something like this. I might have to look up actual reference of the person's torso and backside. Let me look up my reference of the Imbibitor Lunae kind of thing. Just because I want to make sure if this is the, yeah. This is the sleeve that's supposed to be kind of like off shoulder. So I need the back side of him at some point, and we can have his hair. Because I do have an idea of like this, and he's kind of in a pool of water. Give him a little bit of a longer torso, but something like this where he's in some kind of pool of water, and we can have more of like backlighting, or not, yes, backlighting, yes. I just think this form is very pretty, but I do love the original, just normal Danheng as well. Yeah, I might do something similar to this. I've also been really into drawing more of the upper lashes for characters, because I've been making the characters look a little bit more like downwards, if anything. Or the characters that I'm drawing have very like prominent upper lashes, so I want to include them a little bit more. Because I feel like the way how I stylize eyes, I feel like sometimes I ignore the fact that the upper eye line is technically supposed to be like your lash line. Kind of curious what you guys are into nowadays. It's funny how much, I think it's also because I guess you guys are attracted to the same content that I'm making, that it makes more sense, but every time I get a comment saying that like, oh, I got into 17 because of you, or like you play Genshin because I drew Genshin characters, I always find it funny, like when I talk about a new interest, either a lot of you also happen to follow the same interests as me, or when you talk about a different kind of interest, there's like a whole bunch of people in the comments that are like have the same interest. It was similar to like when I was into Ensemble Stars a lot. A lot of people were messaging me and talking about their favorite characters in Ensemble Stars, but also I think recently I didn't really talk about Plave a whole too much. I think the first time I talked about Plave was, I think when they first were introduced, and I drew Yejun in my sketchbook in ballpoint pen, in my in a previous sketchbook that I did. I don't know if I like how I drew his eyes here. Because I might also do the eyes being lit from below. I also might just leave these empty, actually. Like this. Just so I'm not too focused on the actual eyes themselves. Leaving them blank kind of helps a little bit from drawing attention away. So let's see, his hair. I have like a model sheet of his like dragon form. I guess, not dragon form, the Imbibitor Lunae kind of form. So that's what I'm kind of referencing right now. And I think I found it off of Twitter a while ago. So apologies if I won't be able to link that to you guys unless I can find it. But I'm pretty sure you can probably find it if you search up maybe Danheng Imbibitor Lunai reference sheet or something. Someone has it. I think maybe... How much do I want the hair to move? I guess if he's turning, I guess it would make more sense. So the reason being that I have the urge to draw Danheng a little bit more right now, besides the fact that the banner is like, I guess at the time when this video comes out, he would be released. But I feel like I never ever do him justice in drawing. So the more I can sketch of him and get more of a feel, the better. Like I said, I don't like, I have an inkling and a little bit of a plan on how I want to draw this particular one, because this was actually my main idea that I wanted to do. This is kind of like warm up. You can tell that I'm kind of rusty, but this is kind of like my initial plan of what I wanted to draw this form, I guess. So let me look at his back design actually. Let's see. It's kind of covered by his hair, so I can't see it. He does have kind of a window up here, or down here. Kind of like a petal shape. I love his design a lot. Like both just normal Danheng and then this version. This version is very elegant. It's very pretty. And maybe I'm just really biased towards the colors, but I really love the color combination. His hair's pretty long. So the thing is that usually when I'm planning out illustration pieces or anything like that, I like to do them traditionally. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like the tactility or how easy like I can just like discard a drawing. Because I feel like when I do stuff digitally, there's too much possibility of me just like undoing, redoing. Which is partially why I'm using this pencil. Usually when I work with graphite as well, I kind of try my best to keep things light and a little bit looser until I am for sure knowing I want to keep like a certain line. And then I will like press a lot harder, or I'll start to like render a little bit, or like something of that sort. Yeah, I feel like I should have looked up a reference of maybe a person turning. This is gonna look a little rough. We have one exposed shoulder, and then this is cloth, which I actually feel like I always drew this incorrectly. Try best to stick to one reference. The back window. Yeah, okay. If you guys ever like just do a lot of not normal, how do I explain this? Just sketching in general. Do you guys like sketching digitally or traditionally? Because if you like drawing more traditionally, do you have like a specific medium? I remember a classmate I had in university. His drawings, just like in general, were amazing, but he always sketched in fine liners, basically. He sketched super refined and very cleanly. Like, they felt like much more like technical drawings, even though I know he can do like figure studies, he does very good gesture drawings and stuff. He's very like just proficient in general in a lot of his stuff. Even though I didn't have like courses with him, he was like in the class next to our class. But I always found it interesting the fact that he feels like, or what it seemed like, he mostly only sketched in like fine liner or like technical pens. Like microns, or for us, a lot of us use the Echo Pigment technical pens from... Is it Faber-Castell, maybe? I think it's like of that-ish kind of brand, if I'm remembering correctly. Also, if I'm sounding a little bit low energy, it is like 1:30, 1:40 a.m. in the morning. So I think it would be cool have him be surrounded in water. So we can do this and kind of scribble it in. Like I said, it's a little bit brain dumpy here. He does have like some kind of sash. I think it would be cool if I can illuminate his face. Put the circle here. So, a gigantic moon. I also like the idea of making this maybe even like a crescent moon. So that his hair, actually, maybe. Actually, let me think. I can either rim light this, or if it's like a full moon circle thing, then his entire part of his hair won't be like sucked into darkness. So that might be a better option, potentially. So you could do something like this. He does have like more of a sleeve on this side. I love the 6B pencil. It's just so fun texture-wise. The way you can build up the value nicely. It's just very fun. So I'm gonna try to add just a little bit of values here and there, just to make, at least for me, I know I shouldn't focus on making things like aesthetically pleasing at this point, but I do like sketch like this whenever I work with pencil as well, as if I can have an opportunity to shade some areas, I kind of want to. Oh, I forgot his horns. Ooh boy. It's like they kind of curve upwards, right? kind of like this. Except for his hair like cuts in front of the base where the horn would be. Yeah, I'll draw it more accurately in the actual piece, because I'm actually liking this. I do want it like this, and then probably silhouette of maybe the maple leaves. I'm Canadian, I should know how to draw maple leaf. I feel like I only draw it like one way every time. It's so ugly. I'll just throw petals then. Ignore me. I think this could be very pretty. Have water splashing upwards. I know I asked, I think at some point for a different video, if I should do a digital version of a specific traditional piece that I did of Danheng in this kind of form. And I'm still thinking about it, but I feel like because this is probably a stronger piece, I don't know how many times I will draw Danheng in the course of forever. But we'll see. We'll see if I can get to that one. Kind of like this idea. Like I said, the anatomy and the posing is going to be very off. I'm going to look up reference of a person turning and probably more of the male torso. Because I know this dude has a snatched waist, but this is probably incorrect. Let's move on. Let's keep scrolling on Pinterest to see if I can think of another thing I potentially like to do. I'm looking at a lot of people's like sketchbook spreads is mostly what I'm looking at, or like people's inked drawings, just because that's what my current feed looks like. Let's see. I always love the ones that are more like side turned. I think that's why I'm gravitating towards this one too. Kind of the back turn, because I don't know if I want to draw like this, just the side of the body though. Maybe we just have to sketch and see where it takes me. Sometimes I feel like that's part of my weird brain dump. I feel like I always end up with the same poses. It's always this. Ahead. And then opposite. I forgot what this is called. Was it contrapposto? I forget. It's like basically your shoulder and your hip lines go in opposite directions, and it's a very attractive way to pose things visually. Just having things in opposite directions. Is it contrapposto or something like that? I think. Let me think. What can we do for Danheng? I don't know. I do like dropping in the shoulder line a lot though, whenever I draw something like this. Sometimes after I throw in the shoulder line, I can kind of see a pose. So I feel like that sometimes helps. The shoulder being this high, his neck is completely gone. I could do it like this though. Wait, let me think. Make this make sense a little bit. Like I said, my anatomy is not exactly the strongest, so we're gonna have to very much fiddle around a little bit. What is this pose? I guess he's laying down. I think it'd be interesting though. I mean, I could make this work. I feel like his arm is a little short though. But yeah, I feel like I can make this work. If this is some kind of edge of land, he can still be submerged in water. So I still want a water motif. I don't know. It's just kind of what I wanted to do for this. So we could go with this and make him very uncomfortable by making him wear full clothing in water. I actually went out to eat Korean food earlier today because we were meeting a old kind of like childhood friend, like me and my brother were. Just making sure. We have 25 minutes left, so kind of past half. That's okay. I feel like I'm going slower. If I was brain dumping, I feel like I should have whipped out a lot more things and kind of ruled a lot of options out. But, you know, it's okay. But yeah, met with the kind of old friend. He's a lot younger than us, but we basically watched him grow up. And he got back from an internship, back into the city now. So before he goes back to uni, went to grab a meal with him. And it's been a while since I've had like jjajangmyeon, like the black bean noodles. And the first time I've had jampong, which is like the seafood soup kind of thing that you get at like a Korean Chinese food takeout. I'm trying to look for Dan Hung's hair. I feel like I never know how to draw his hair. Also made him look very kid-like. Oh well, we'll just move on. Let's see. Yeah, we had that for basically lunch. I ate way too much. Basically felt what is it called? Food coma kind of feeling. Kind of lost his neck. I feel like the neck should be here, maybe. Maybe not? I don't know. Can you tell I don't know my anatomy? This didn't solidify it. I feel like it's also because I'm not as conscious of the timer at the moment. I feel like the very first drawing, this one, I was too conscious of the timer. Okay, now we're not really looking like Dan Heng. Also want his hair. I love when I can drape the hair similar to draping it like clothing. Any like wispy bits, baby hairs, anything like that. I feel like it's always fun to make them have a mind of their own. Let's get this looking a little bit more like Dan Heng. Which I feel like I'm not doing a very good job at. Should look at the reference a little bit more. I think it doesn't help the way I drew his face. I feel like both long hair and short hair, you can play, like, have a lot of fun playing with the different shapes. Just because I feel like both of them have good opportunities for silhouette. I don't think I've drawn many characters that have been bald, though. Maybe one day. Also, I don't know if I should say this, because I'm gonna hold myself to this eventually, I guess. I've been playing Stardew Valley. I've been thinking, like, do I want to try drawing the characters in my style? But I feel like I need a little bit more practice, because I don't know how to draw characters, like, let's say, like, Willy, or who's the other older gentleman? Or even like Pam, like anyone of the a little bit of the older age. I'm not very good at drawing like wrinkles and folds or anything that shows a little bit more of an aged person. I definitely am not experienced with that, since I draw a lot of people that are very stylized in like anime-ish style that tend to be on the younger-ish side, or like, you know, like I guess like even kids. I don't draw kids either. Maybe like teens to young adult tends to be like the people I tend to draw. So I feel like once I get more experience drawing that, maybe I'll tackle drawing some Stardew Valley characters in my style. I'm trying to think, how does this work? Technically, it's this way, I think. He looks too much. He looks too young. Which is a problem. Make him look like he's on kind of like the edge of a pond or something. Here's kind of another sketch. I do like this one. Besides the fact that I think I made him too young looking. So if I kind of beefed him up a little bit, also gave him a little bit more of a less baby face, I guess. Round face, maybe would have helped. Is this necessary? Absolutely not. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. Because if I wanted to take my time, I would actually just shade all of this in. Because his hair is closer to pretty much just black. I know some people draw him with a little bit of like a dark muted brown, which I do like as well. And you can kind of see it in certain artworks of him. I feel like I usually tend to render him with a little bit more, just kind of like a stark black hair. I guess of his back. This doesn't help how I've drawn it. Like that, rather than laying down. I guess he'd just be coming out of the water. Okay, last 15 minutes. Hopefully you guys are still here. Maybe you're drawing. Let me know what you're drawing at the last 15 minutes, I guess. So, let's see, what can we do? I love looking at other people's sketches though. The way people either have like wonderful line quality, or the way they shade, or like the way they do layouts in their sketchbook. It's so cool. I love seeing these. Let's see. What space do I have left? Kind of whatever's down here, I guess. We could do smaller ones, maybe. I feel like I should probably look up a reference of this. Maybe I will do it as a study. I almost never draw people looking upwards, just because it's a pain to draw the underside of the face when it's connected to the neck. See if I can kind of portray it a little bit. I was actually going to draw Akemi today because, like I said, I was actually looking up references for Akemi. I was looking up a bunch of like, what is it called? Clothing references for him. Because I was like, maybe I'll make a reference sheet for him. But then I realized I don't know if I'm like fully committed to his design. So I was like, maybe not. maybe not yet. Oh, I guess I wanted his eyes closed. Wait a second. Make sure I can visualize this. It's technically... maybe more in pain. So you're looking up, ears tend to be lower. I'm trying to think. Could be this way. Just kind of resting on his neck, I guess. So like I said, I don't know how to portray this accurately. This is how you know I stay into my comfort zone for too long. This would also be higher. Maybe I'll make this. Actually, no. Yeah. Wait a second. I was like, which Danheng will I draw? I think we'll stick with the kind of like the dragon form. I also forgot to put in this hand. Loki looks like a foot. It seems dramatic for no reason. It's kind of a little bit more like woe is me, so I can't really take it seriously. We have 8 minutes left. Let's try to finish this one off. See if we can fit one more in, maybe. This seems more like a meme face. I can't take this one seriously, I'm sorry. I feel like it just looks like I messed up the face. It's okay. We'll just move on. So this is like a perfect place where I know I will have to get some kind of reference so that I can supplement. Because if I ever wanted to do something like this, I would have to look up an actual proper reference on how to draw the face. Photography of like people looking upwards so I can see their jaw. Because this looks like a meme face. It's okay. We'll figure it out another day. Let's see. Trying to also find a color palette that I like, because I do want something a little bit maybe more like moonlit for this one. This one could be pretty as like something similar. This one also reminds me a little bit of the Hito piece that I wanted to do, so maybe, I don't know, because it feels like more like of a pond or something, and you can put flowers, lotus flowers or something here. Oh my god. Okay, let's move on. Go this way. Just because I'm trying to fill up the space as well. The tinier we get, a little bit more derpy. I feel like this is where my brain's gonna malfunction. And this is probably when I need to actually look up more references. So you can make mood boards and stuff and kind of just compile drawings in my sketchbook based off of the pictures that I find on any website that you browse any photos. I think taking some screenshots as well as some of the environments in the game would be a good idea. We'll make this normal Dan Heng. I'm trying to remember his outfit. Let's see. Where is the reference of him? I always like his hair. It's like a little bit fluffy. A little messy and fluffy. It's cute. I've drawn his hair too big. I feel like I'm putting less effort because I know I'm near the end. That's okay. Hope you guys had a somewhat productive hour. I feel like the middle two drawings that I did were actually okay ideas, so I might just go with those ones. I didn't sketch as much as I thought I was going to, which is also okay, because like I said, I didn't want this to be too much pressure. We have a minute left, so let's see what can we scribble in. Some people can sketch so fast in a minute. I am not one of those people. I feel like, yeah, I don't work really well with like time constraint, maybe. It's a better way to describing it. But yep, that is an hour. This looks like that one meme face. I apologize for the last one. I still like this one's kind of cute. So that's why I feel like sometimes doing things a little bit shorthand can be fun. But I think I might go with one of these two for the next idea for Dan Heng. We'll see. I don't even know if this video is going to see the light of day anyways. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow when I'm about to edit this. But yeah, hopefully you guys had a somewhat maybe relaxing or productive hour, whether or not you're drawing or just watching me struggle and ramble about stupid things. Yeah, I think that's about it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys next time in the next video. Bye!